Thank you very much, Alvin, colleague, Minister Lovell, Master of the Fiennes, Mr. Ford, staff members here, inmates here, individuals who are involved with the CCB I-Care Caribbean program. We're delighted to have you here with us in Antigua and Barbuda once again. Let me first of all just underscore the sentiments expressed by Minister Lovell in terms of his congratulatory remarks, not only to Arville Grant, the person, because he's the mover and shaker in this, but Mr. Ford here at the Fiennes and all the individuals who are involved in pulling this thing together. I mean, when we came here several weeks ago, I never realized that this program would have got off the ground in such a smooth way, and that in a matter of weeks we would be back here, literally giving effect to what was launched then. When I got the information that I'm required to be back at the Fiennes, but this time to deliver on a promise that was made at the launch, I said, I can't believe this thing is happening so quickly. So I want to thank all those persons who are involved to have brought us to a stage where we are here today. It cannot be overemphasized, the importance of vision and sight and so on. And it can also not be overemphasized that individuals, the less fortunate persons who are in certain types of institutions and so on, ought not to be left behind in the consideration of this vision and sight philosophy. And so this is why the government of Antigua and Barbuda came on board immediately when we were informed that there is a strong possibility that a program of this kind could be carved out for Antigua and Barbuda, and that the executive director of the Caribbean Council of and for the Blind would have been pushing for this to happen. So we came on board, and Arville is right when he said that I made that point because I felt it was crucial to the exercise. Who is going to deal with the examination? How are we going to do that? Because that is going to be critical. So I'm very pleased that we have been able to create an environment in which mechanisms have been put in place to ensure that that happens. And of course, what was said then, that it was a launch here at the Fiennes, but it was not going to be restricted to the inmates and staff of the Fiennes and so on. This program is going to be universal in the sense that Antigua and Barbuda will be fully captured. So the people of Antigua and Barbuda will be brought fully into this arrangement. And I am in a position to announce today that 3 clinics have been identified that will be what we call vision centers in Antigua, and the 4th one, I believe, will be in Barbuda. But the 3 clinics that have been identified for that are All Saints, Grace Farm, and Johnson's Point. So those 3 clinics will be considered vision centers under this program. And so these clinics will be accessible, and they will be providing the kind of service that Arville spoke about earlier. Now, this is an excellent program. This is an excellent program, and the whole idea is to make this thing available and make it available in a manner that is affordable, where efforts ought to be made to provide the service and the equipment or what have you free of cost. that will be done. But where there will be some cost involved, it will be very minimal, affordable, and arrangements will be made, and the government of Antigua and Barbuda will lend support to this effort in such a way that nobody who has been diagnosed as having an eye problem and needs treatment and need glasses or what have you will be denied of that opportunity. Let me make it clear. That is the position of the government of Antigua and Barbuda, because we honestly believe that the whole question of sight and vision is so critical to our social development in Antigua and Barbuda, so that some persons would be able to do a great deal more with their lives if they are being assisted in this regard, rather than being tucked away there and unable to make their contributions or to continue to make their contribution at community level, even among their families, and national level, simply because of this problem. If the possibility exists for this problem to be solved in some way or the other, and we can make a contribution to that effort, the whole society will benefit as a result. So I am feeling extremely happy and extremely honored to have been fully identified with this project from the very onset when Arvin came by and spoke to me. And as he said, it did not take much time to convince me that this was an excellent program and we had to move forward with it. So I'm very happy to be here this morning to participate in this ceremony where some 38 pairs of glasses will be distributed to individuals who need them. And I'm very happy that I'm able to be here doing this at the Fiennes. I can see the smiles on the faces of the inmates and the staff when they will now be spectacled, as they say. And I'm very pleased to be part of that exercise. So once again, thank you very much, Arvin, and your group. I think we're off to a great start, and I can see this program doing wonders for Antigua and Barbuda and its people. Thank you very much.